Hey, good evening. I'm having root beer tonight again. I already had a root beer float, but my little leftover root beer is in the can, and I'm drinking it while I make your Sunday video for you. Today was eventful. I was gone all day. I got up early this morning and went off to the Edwardian Society Shirtwaist and Walking Skirt seminar. Sew-in combo. So just a bunch of us Edwardian ladies hung out and worked on whatever project we chose to work on. I did bring, and we actually talked about this, I brought 3 optional projects to work on, plus my knitting. I'm going to show you what I actually worked on, what I bought, because you can't go to a fabric store and not buy anything. And then I will show you my knitting. Did I say I was? And my knitting project. I'll show you all 3 of those that I'm working on. All right, I made this walking skirt a couple of years ago. It's actually a safari skirt and it has like great big pockets. It was probably the first pattern I bought when I joined the Edwardian Society. And it didn't fit. It was way too big, about 2 inches too big in the waist. And so I had trouble hiking it up and keeping it tied on. I had to cinch up my belt and then I was a bit gappy. So what I did is I took out the gathers and some pleats that I had put in the back just to tide me over for an event, the zoo event, a year before last. And instead, I've put in these really deep pleats. So a center box pleat, and then 2 pleats facing the bum. This will be where my butt is, back in the back. I had to go from 22 inches to 15 inches across the back. But hopefully that will solve the issue that I had with the skirt being too big. And according to the gals, I thought I was going to have to deconstruct the side seams and everything in order to make this smaller. But apparently, it's perfectly fine to have your side seams kind of curl around the back of your skirt. So that's the project I worked on. I basically unstitched the pockets, unstitched the waistband, unstitched the belt loops, the whole thing. And this is what I am now working on, this skirt. I know that's my overalls right over there. There's my overalls right on the floor. Because I came home and it was cold here, and I got right into bed. You're seeing my bed, actually, all messed up. And the other stuff I'm about to show you. At the Edwardian Society get-together, there was a gal that brought in leftover fabrics. And this is black silk taffeta. And it's beautiful, and she sold it for $5 a yard, which I am perfectly happy to pay. And I love the sound. Can you hear that? I love the sound of a taffeta skirt, taffeta petticoat, or dress. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this, but my thought is petticoat. And then I found this really cool, and I don't know if you can see that design. So it's black with a border print of this dark, dark green. There was only 2 yards left. I believe it's 60 wide, so I think, fingers crossed, that I can get a skirt out of this. I have a pattern for a very narrow, sort of 1914-ish skirt, the later half of the 1900s. So I'm hoping that this is wool coat, and I'm hoping that I can get a skirt out of this. But since I have it, and I don't know why I didn't think about it at the time, does that not look just like the fabric that the embroidery's on that I'm working on right now? Sort of this semi-felted fold wool. So I need to go back and find some of this in solid black, both for a jacket to go with my walking skirt, but also for the embroidery, right? That's very coveted. All right, and then on to the knitting. Now remember, I'm doing the Arne and Carlos knit along, and this is the band of the hat. I have doubled the width because they suggested we do 6 rounds, and this is already 12. But David and I both like longer ribbing bands on our hats. So this is the band. I am doing actually this is the right side. It's a purl 2 knit 1, but I'm knitting through the back loop to give it more texture. This is the PCC DK in Romney Dorset Rambouillet. I'm pairing it with my hand-dyed red, a beautiful green. I believe this green is from, can't think of the name of it, but it's in Centralia. It's a yarn store in Centralia, and it is their in-house spun yarn, spun and dyed yarn, and I believe this green is from there. So this and this is the color choice that David has chosen, or maybe this. That's where we're at so far. And I think I need, I'm not going to show you too much of this pattern, but I need 2 colors, 4 colors, and then I think I can come back. So 4 colors, so this will do it. I can use 1, 2, 3, 4. I can use these 4 colors to do the hat. And so that's what I'm going to do. And then when I do my hat, instead of the brown or the Romney, the Jacob Churro, sorry, this is Jacob Churro, I will use the Romney Dorset Rambouillet DK and mix it with probably the same colors. I also have a hot pink that I may mix in. And if I figure it out that I need a 5th color, I may pull in the hot pink. I had some orange, but I don't know where it's gone. I need to find it. Anyway, I haven't watched Arne. Oh, no, because it's tomorrow. I haven't watched the Arne and Carlos start to the knit-along, but I figure since I'm doing 2 hats that I need to get a move on and at least get the band done or get started on the first of the hats. But yeah, that's what I did today. It was super fun. I'm going to put some clips of today. I got a great clip of my friend Marietta, who is the reason. She was my gateway person into the Edwardian Society, and she was getting ready to do. She is going off to a Belle Opaque ball in Chicago. I don't know when it is. I think May. But she was working on her dress, but she needed her underwear to start mocking up the upper part of her dress. And so she was running around the room in her underwear, air quotes, because let me tell you, Edwardian and Victorian underwear is by no means revealing. And her cute lobster bustle. So, and then, I don't know if you can see behind me. See, this is the carnage that is our bedroom. I'm sure I've showed it to you before. This is the old wallpaper. But when the contractor pulled the popcorn off the ceilings, he then damaged the wallpaper, so then we started taking the wallpaper down. And then as these things go, you never complete the projects you start. So now we've been living in a room that is 2/3 of the way stripped of wallpaper and then nothing else. So we have some work to do. Yeah. I did just read an article today about how to get wallpaper paste off your walls. It was quite fascinating. So you'll hear more about that as we get into things in the Room Fix It. But that was my lovely day today. I'm now chilling. The temperatures are supposed to be dropping again, which is why I might start feeling sorry for myself again. As long as we're in the 50s outside, we can warm up the house on the inside. We now have 3 heaters, one in the dining room that's not working because it popped the power, one in the kitchen that is working, and it keeps it pretty toasty warm in there. However, we are very careful to shut doors. And then the fireplace in the living room really works well to keep it warm, and then it also heats up the staircase, but only when it's in 50 degrees. The 3rd heater is in David's office upstairs because his is one of the 3 upstairs heaters that do not work as well. And it's a different broken problem we've been waiting on since summer. Life is good at the Johnston cottage. Hopefully, wish for warmer weather. It's supposed to get really nippy tonight, so hopefully we will be able to stay warm with our little heaters in the room. Yes. All right. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. You're getting short ones these couple of days. If you want to be notified about upcoming videos, subscribe and ring the bell, and I will see you on Wednesday, probably with more lengthy conversation about something. There's bound to be something exciting that happens. All right, goodbye.